Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the El Paso County High School Sports Awards, brought to you by the El Paso Times.
Talent will always be found. It doesn't matter where you play or where you're from. When you have talent, people will find you.
Some of the biggest names in the world of sports come together to honor the best high school athletes in the country. Alex Morgan, Katie Ledecky, Aaron Rodgers, Sue Bird, Shaquille O'Neal.
Now do you know my name? Yeah, you know, do you know my name? You know, my name is Fire, Fury, Power. My name is Legend. You know, do you know my name? Legend.
It's a celebration of athletic excellence from those who know it best. Here are your hosts, Heisman Trophy winner and ESPN analyst Desmond Howard, and the host of NFL Live and SEC Nation, Laura Rutledge.
Hi everyone, and welcome to the show. Tonight we get to celebrate one of the most passionate and exciting groups in all of sports, the high school athlete.
That's right, Laura. An incredible list of all-star talent has signed on to help recognize these amazing men and women. We're talking Aaron Rodgers, Alex Morgan, Chipper Jones, Sue Bird, Katie Ledecky, and the big man himself, Shaquille O'Neal.
I love it. You know, I actually think it's illegal these days to have a sports award without Shaq in it.
I think you're right.
So I'm glad he's on board for our show tonight.
Of course, and the Diesel has something in common with everyone else on this show. At one point or another, we all went to high school.
True, and while the time since high school has been a while, for some more than others, we all still remember the hopes and dreams and even the challenges of that memorable time in our lives.
And tonight, we all return to high school to cover a lot of sports and give out a lot of awards. If two people showed up to cheer for it, and those two people were your parents, we're celebrating it tonight.
So ditch the backpacks and summer reading lists and forget about that pop quiz you bombed in third period French last semester. It's time to celebrate some of the best high school athletes in the area.
Of course, none of this will be possible without the generous support of our sponsors.
And you can't have a celebration this big without a little flexing going on. That's why we have sports broadcaster Abby Labar keeping an eye on the land of the humble brag.
Thanks, Laura. And speaking of bragging, we know you love to, and we love to see it. So tag us in your social posts, share photos and videos from your own celebrations using tonight's hashtags. Posts on Instagram or Twitter will be shown on the social media feed on the show website. Okay, so we know every award show needs a red carpet, and lucky for us, two former college football players agreed to host ours tonight. If you don't know them as football players, well, you probably know them better from another little gig they had. The Bachelorette and The Bachelor, my friends Tyler Cameron and Matt James.
Thanks, Abby. Matt and I are so excited to be here. We got out, got dressed up, and stepped into our freshest kicks to walk the red carpet.
Wait, are those my shoes?
Bro, you put them in my closet. I'm wearing them now.
Tonight we get a chance to salute some show-out high school athletes. So who's handing out the roses? The awards tonight.
Careful now. We talked about this and we let that go. We were playing sports long before our bachelor days, so we know how exciting this must be for you.
But tonight's not about us. It's about the athletes of today. The records they're breaking, the bars they're raising, and the names we'll be reading and remembering in the future.
So let's hear from them right here on the Jarritos red carpet.
And even though we're not strutting our stuff and getting the inside scoop on the live red carpet, we've got pretty creative.
That's right. You guys shared your favorite moments from the past year straight from the source.
Roll it.
My favorite moment of this past year was making school history, beating Amarillo in the area championship.
That was probably when this past school year at state, 5A state, me and my friend Braden got 3rd place. We each medaled, and that was pretty big for us and for our school because no one's done it in like 6 to 8 years, I think. So that was definitely like one of my biggest moments. It was definitely like super fun.
Going to Texas Distance Festival with my teammates, it's because we've been wanting to run that race for a while. It got canceled last year, my sophomore year, because of COVID. But yeah, running that race with them, and I ran the mile, and then I ran with my 2 other teammates, and we both won our actual heats. And then our boys ran, our whole varsity team ran, and they did amazing. And we had 2 other freshman girls run that did amazing. It was a great race for honestly all of us, with low elevation, with so much work. That honestly was the best race I've ever been in. And we hung out together, we went to Cheesecake Factory, we did so many things. That honestly was my favorite trip to go to.
Thanks for sending those in. We love hearing your stories.
All right, let's get this party started. Back to you, Laurie and Des.
Thanks, guys. I don't know about you, Desmond, but I'm ready to start giving these kids some of their hard-earned awards.
Hey, let's do it. We're going to kick things off in the pool. Here to help us dive right in is one of the most decorated female swimmers in U.S. history, the legendary Katie Ledecky.
Katie Ledecky burst on the competitive swimming scene at 15 years old. At the London Olympics, she took home the gold and the first of many Olympic medals. She's added 4 more golds, 15 world championships, 2 NCAA titles, and a whole bunch of freestyle world records. The recent Stanford grad is back in the pool, training for Tokyo.
Hey everybody, Katie Ledecky talking to all you swimmers and divers out there. I know a lot of the world puts us all together in one big group because we spend half of our time in the pool and the other half of the time trying to get chlorine out of our hair. But we are a very diverse group. Divers launch themselves off of boards and platforms of varying heights, and swimmers employ a bunch of different strokes and distances, each with its own unique demands. That's why I'm here. So I can speak to all of you individuals and tell you the key to success in your water world is to always, always, always keep moving forward. Except, of course, anyone who competes in backstroke or performs back dives. That advice would be very bad for you. You guys keep going backward. That sounded weird. I'm gonna go back in the pool. I'll leave all you divers to your diving and your backstrokers to your backstroking. I'll see you later. Here are the honorees for the Female Swimming and Diving Athlete of the Year. And the finalists are and the El Paso County Female Swimming and Diving Athlete of the Year is Camille Davis of El Paso High School.
Camille Davis competed in 3 individual events at the Class 5A state meet and is this year's El Paso Area Girls Swimming and Diving Athlete of the Year. Just a junior, Davis earned 2nd place in the 50-yard freestyle at the regional meet with a time of 24.37 seconds. She also placed 8th in the 50 freestyle and anchored a 4th place 400-yard relay at the state meet.
Congratulations, Camille. Here are the honorees for the Male Swimming and Diving Athlete of the Year. And the finalists are and the El Paso County Male Swimming and Diving Athlete of the Year is Marcelo Chavez Gonzalez of Franklin High School.
For the 3rd straight season, Marcelo Chavez Gonzalez earned a berth at the Class 6A state meet and is this year's El Paso Area Boys Swimming and Diving Athlete of the Year. The Franklin senior captured 1st place in the 50-yard freestyle at the Region 16A meet, where he was also part of the winning 200 freestyle relay. Chavez Gonzalez will swim competitively for Long Island University Brooklyn next fall.
Congratulations, Marcelo.
If you had to name the sport that most pro athletes choose to play when they're not at their paying gig, it would have to be golf. It doesn't mean they're good at it, but it doesn't mean they're as bad as Charles Barkley either. But we decided to tap someone who makes their living driving for show and putting for dough. Here's Ryan Palmer with the Golf Awards.
Four-time champion Ryan Palmer is no stranger to success. On the PGA Tour, where every week is a battle of attrition, he's taken home 4 tour victories, 11 runners-up, 67 top 10 finishes, including 2 in the majors.
Hey all you golfers out there. PGA Tour winner Ryan Palmer here to hand out the Golf Awards. But before I do, I want to point out something about golf compared to other sports. Listen, I get it. There's no buzzer beating golf. No one is throwing the ball 100 miles an hour at you, and no one is going to smash into you at the top of your swing and throw you to the ground. That's all true. But there's something awesome about golf that you can't find in a lot of other sports. If you've got a couple of hours to spare, you can play on the same courses that Tiger, Phil, myself, Annika and MB, or even Rory and DJ play on. Try shooting hoops with your friends at Madison Square Garden, or play 9 innings at the friendly confines of Wrigley Field. Let's hear it for the game of golf, where legendary venues are open to all. Here are your honorees for the Female Golfer of the Year. And the finalists are and the El Paso County Female Golfer of the Year is Sabrina Katz of Coronado High School.
The golfing of Sabrina Katz is a large reason as to why Coronado girls golf team claimed a district title this season. The junior took medalist honors, winning the District 1-6A title. During the regular season, she was the top girls golfer in El Paso with a 78.6 average per 18 holes.
Congratulations, Sabrina. Here are your honorees for the Male Golfer of the Year. And the finalists are and the El Paso County Male Golfer of the Year is Jackson Norwich of Coronado High School.
Jackson Norwich went out on a high note, claiming the District 1-6A boys title this season, earning him a spot in the regional tournament. During the season, the Coronado senior averaged a score of 69.2 for 18 holes. His performance at districts was a large reason as to why his team also claimed a district title.
Congratulations, Jackson.
Carrie Walsh Jennings here. Stick around. Volleyball's coming up soon.
A lot of sports have similar concepts and equipment, boundaries, balls, and scoreboards, to name a few. But there are 2 that make use of sand. One is golf, where it's to be avoided, and the other is beach volleyball, where it's embraced in all its gritty glory. Here to lend a hand with our volleyball awards is someone who knows achieving greatness is no day at the beach, Carrie Walsh Jennings.
Carrie Walsh Jennings, also known as 6 Feet of Sunshine, is covered in Olympic gold. The 42-year-old SoCal standout is the most decorated beach volleyball player in Olympic history. She and her former teammate Misty May Traynor won 3 gold medals and 5 world championships, earning the title the greatest beach volleyball team of all time.
Hey everybody, Carrie Walsh Jennings here. I know this looks like a volleyball, but in reality, it's a ticket to your future. Because the lessons you learn hitting this sucker around will come in handy down the road. Things like teamwork, determination, goal setting. You're going to need all of those skills. And then, there are the friends you make with this. Ones you'll have for the rest of your life. Priceless. So don't think of it as just a volleyball. Think of it as your secret weapon for success. Here are your honorees for the Female Volleyball Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the El Paso County Female Volleyball Player of the Year is Camila Ramirez of Chapin High School.
Camila Ramirez helped lead the Huskies to the District 1-5A championship with 234 kills, 190 digs, and 39 aces as a senior. She helped her team to bi-district wins the last 2 years and an area championship as a junior. She will attend Our Lady of the Lake, where she will play volleyball. She is also a 2-time first-team All-City selection.
Congratulations, Camila.
There are some athletes today who have been so dominant, you only have to say their first name for everyone to know who you're talking about. They become celebrities, giants of their sport.
That's right. Our next presenter was an athlete like that during her long career. She made her mark as a teenager, practically ruled at Wimbledon, and was still taking home major titles at the age of 49. The name Navratilova will be in the record books for years to come. But for so many of us, all you have to say is Martina.
Martina Navratilova is one of the most dominant players to ever swing a racket. Born in the former Czechoslovakia, the former world #1, claimed 18 Grand Slam singles titles, added to her 31 doubles and 10 mixed doubles. 59 major titles are the most by any player, male or female, in the Open era.
Hey everybody, Martina Navratilova here, to tell you that you picked a great sport to play in high school, because it's a sport that you can play your whole life. I mean, look at me. I'm still out there on the court all the time, playing for hours, and I'm like 60. Never mind, you can see by my hair how old I am. My hair is thinning, but anyway, I don't know why I did that. Because you guys can just Google my name and kind of figure out how old I am and then Instagram me about it, whatever. Anyway, all the effort that you are putting in now, it can pay dividends well past your competitive playing days. Remember, you can love other sports, but tennis is the only sport where love is literally part of the game. Here are the honorees for the Female Tennis Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the El Paso County Female Tennis Player of the Year is
Naomi Katz of Coronado High School, the junior standout who finished second in the state tournament, advanced to the state final after grabbing victories in the quarterfinals and semifinals in straight sets. Only a junior, she will be the player to beat in the area next season.
Congratulations to the El Paso Female Tennis Player of the Year. Here are the honorees for the Male Tennis Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the El Paso County Male Tennis Player of the Year is
Jordan Katz of Coronado High School. Jordan Katz finished his tennis career with more hardware to add to his collection. With his doubles partner, Sebastian Herrera, he won the boys doubles championship in District 1-6A. As a sophomore, nearly qualified for state in mixed doubles with sister Naomi Katz.
Congratulations to the El Paso Male Tennis Player of the Year.
Bruce Springsteen once topped the charts with his iconic album, Born to Run. But for this ultra marathon man, those aren't words that you sing. Those are words you live by. Presenting the awards for cross country, Dean Karnazes.
Dean Karnazes, the legendary Badwater ultramarathon champion, running 135 miles through Death Valley in 124-degree heat. He later ran a marathon at the South Pole. This superhuman and best-selling author has run 50 marathons in 50 states in 50 days.
Hey guys, Dean Karnazes here to talk a little cross country. But first, a quick confession. I only ran cross country as a freshman in high school. Our team won the state championships and I figured that I couldn't top that, so I stopped running. Until later in life. Now I've raced and competed on all 7 continents. But enough about me. This is about you guys, the best cross country runners from across the country. Here are the honorees for the Female Cross Country Runner of the Year. And the finalists are and the El Paso County Female Cross Country Runner of the Year is Allie Little of Franklin High School.
A great success story, to say the least. Allie Little had never run cross country before her senior year. Now, she's the Runner of the Year. She helped lead Franklin to a District 1-6A championship, helped the team to a state meet appearance, and was the top runner at state for any girl, finishing in the top 10 of the Class 6A meet. Prior to running cross country, Little was a varsity soccer player for the Cougars. She has accepted a scholarship to run for the University of Texas.
Congratulations, Allie. Here are the honorees for the Male Cross Country Runner of the Year. And the finalists are and the El Paso County Male Cross Country Runner of the Year is Edwin Gomez of San Elizario High School.
Edwin Gomez led his team to a Class 4A state championship and was the Region 1-4A title leading up to state. As a junior, he won the 800 meters in track and field. Gomez is also the second individual from El Paso County to qualify for the Nike Cross Nationals and qualified by placing 5th in the Nike Regionals in Houston in 2018. He has signed with the University of Texas.
Congratulations, Edwin.
We have loved seeing how you are celebrating. Thank you for posting and letting us celebrate with you. Now let's hear from some honorees with our friends, Matt and Tyler.
Thanks, Abby. One thing you could say about us athletes is some of us tend to be a little superstitious.
Some eat the same thing before every game, some listen to the same music, some people even wear the same sock for every game for years.
Really? Bro, those Sam's Club socks?
Come on, bro.
The thick cotton ones?
I know, but we had socks from our school. You wouldn't wear them. You would stink up the whole place because you wouldn't even wash them. You'd forget to wash them. You still do that same thing in my apartment.
Our days of superstition and pregame rituals are over. But let's hear about what you guys are doing to lock in the win.
Pre-game rituals. I'll eat some, for eating, I'll eat, I think oatmeal. I'll eat that. And then we laugh with my team to try to get our blood pumping and to laugh more about things so we wouldn't be as nervous for the race.
My superstition is listening to the same playlist before every game.
I don't really have any pregame superstitions. I just usually listen to the same couple songs every race. Like it's 5 songs repetitive every single race, but that's basically it. I don't really believe in superstition like that.
I think I used to have like a ton of rituals. Well, I'm a pitcher, and so we're kind of known for being a little different.
I had my special hair ties. I would have to shower before every competition.
I've always had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich before I played.
I pretty much just put on my right sock before my left shoe before my right shoe. I never touched the lines. I always warmed up 27 minutes before game time.
But my one, I guess, like pre-game ritual would be that I always pass with one particular teammate, Lauren Meyer.
I didn't have any rituals or lucky anything, and I tried to stay away from those things because luck scares me.
There are some things in certain playlists that might last an entire season, or you might listen to a certain playlist that you made and lose or have a bad game, and that thing gets erased pretty quickly.
I do 3 claps on the blocks, typically before I start my race.
Like if I do something before a workout, before a competition, and I notice that I had a good day, I now have to do said thing until the meet is done.
Obviously all rituals are a mental thing, but they were a big part of my preparation.
Kind of like Dumbo's feather, like you don't need the feather to fly. You have it within you.
30 minutes before game time, yeah, it's embarrassing. 4 chocolate chip cookies and an orange Powerade.
Well, that certainly was educational. Whatever it takes, right? Yeah. What about you, Desmond? I would think a Heisman Trophy winner would have some good pregame rituals. Did you do anything?
Yeah, you know, it's pretty silly and goofy, but I used to put everything on in the same particular order. No matter if we're home or away, like the right sock and the left sock. You know, it's just, I know it's ridiculous. I do it now, even when I put on my suit.
So you put your suit on in that particular order that you used to put your uniform on today? That's what you did?
Absolutely.
Well, that's what I like to hear. All right, that was very good. So moving on, let's get to our next set of awards.
When you're on the track, you know records are made to be broken. And legends can be made in a fraction of a second. That's why you always have to come with your best. You never know when it's your time to make your mark and when the world is watching.
And the world definitely watched our next presenter. He remains the only man to win gold in the 200 and 400 at the same Olympics. The one and only legendary sprinter, Michael Johnson.
Michael Johnson. This Texan dominated sprinting for most of the 90s. Of his 16 major international medals, not a single one isn't gold. After becoming the first and only man to defend an Olympic 400-meter title in Sydney, and to this day, the U.S. records in the 200, 300, and 400 meters still bear his name.
Hey everybody, Michael Johnson here to help celebrate the amazing achievements of the athletes from the friendliest sport there is, track and field. I know all those other sports will be mad that I said that, but think about it. When most sports have teams come together to compete, they call it a game. Some call it a match. But when we compete, where do we do it? At a meet. You can't get much more friendly than a meet as far as competition goes. Speaking of which, it's time to meet our honorees. And the finalists are and the El Paso County Female Track and Field Athlete of the Year is Erin Donahoe of Chapin High School.
Erin Donahoe, a senior, placed 4th in the Class 5A triple jump at state, while also medaling at the regional meet in the same event. At the area meet, she won the long jump, triple jump, helped Chapin win the 4x100, and finished 2nd in the 100-meter hurdles.
Congratulations, Erin. And now for the guys' side. Here are your honorees for the Male Track and Field Athlete of the Year. And the finalists are and the El Paso County Male Track and Field Athlete of the Year is Edwin Gomez of San Elizario High School.
A University of Texas signee, Edwin Gomez, won gold in the 800 meters at the Class 4A state meet and finished 2nd in the 3,200 meters. He also qualified in the 1,600 meters. He helped San Elizario to his state title in cross country last fall. He was also a 4-year varsity runner for track and field and cross country.
Congratulations, Edwin.
It is called the beautiful game. And with 3.5 billion soccer fans, that's right, billion with a B, around the world, I think you have a hard time arguing with that description.
Just like no one can argue that Alex Morgan is one of the most accomplished players, man or woman, in the history of the U.S. national team, and the perfect choice to present our soccer award.
When Alex Morgan steps on the pitch, it is game on. With a knack for late-game heroics, Morgan's goal in extra time in the semifinals of the London Olympics helped propel the U.S. to gold. She would go on to win the World Cup in 2014 and 19. Soccer, presented by Doritos.
Hey everybody, Alex Morgan here. I've been so fortunate with all the things I've been able to do thanks to soccer. And you might be looking wide-eyed at that list of accomplishments, so it might surprise you to know that in this interaction we are having right now, I'm the envious one. I'm not kidding, because you guys are in or just finished high school, and I absolutely loved my time in high school. It was Dunbar High School in Southern California. Go Brahmas! Our colors were purple and gold, and our cheer was loud and proud. Yeah, that stuff stays with you. I'm envious because high school is special. You guys have your whole life ahead of you, which is scary, but also really exciting at the same time. So congrats on all your accolades, and just try to really enjoy the ride. Your older self will thank you, trust me. Here are your honorees for the Female Soccer Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the El Paso County Female Soccer Player of the Year is Sydney Varela of Franklin High School.
Sydney Varela had to sit out her sophomore year due to injury. She made up for lost time during her junior campaign. The striker scored 22 goals in the regular season and was a big reason as to why the Cougars won district and by-district championships.
Congrats, Sydney. And now for the guys' side. Here are your honorees for the Male Soccer Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the El Paso County Male Soccer Player of the Year is Omar Giomora of Eastlake High School.
Eastlake Soccer moved up to Class 6A this season. Omar Jamora was a big reason as to why the team had as much success as it did. The junior scored 41 goals and had 34 assists to lead the team to the Elite 8 in Class 6A. He was also an All-State Honorable Mention selection.
Congratulations, Omar.
Hey guys, it's Aaron Rodgers, and I'll be handing off some football awards in just a bit. Maybe I'll be saying your name, so stick around to find out.
Are you guys hungry?
Yeah.
All right, let's get some apps.
Let's do it.
It's as easy as that. Let us refill for you.
There you go, guys.
Wow, that was so fast. Thank you so much.
All right, cheers, guys.
Hey, I'll be right back. Okay.
No one likes waiting in long lines or missing the big moments.
Did I miss anything? No. That was quick. I know, right?
You want a beer? Yeah.
We're making it easier for you to get back to what you love without missing a single minute. Refill.
Did I miss anything?
Desmond, I guess it goes without saying that we both have a special place in our hearts for this next award.
Is it time to talk football, Laura?
It sure is. And while we both spend a lot of our time talking college football, if you've picked up a pigskin just once in your life, you're probably familiar with our next presenter.
No doubt. He's considered by many to be one of the greatest and most accurate quarterbacks of all time. And last season, at 37 years young, he took home the MVP crown. Here presenting the awards in football is none other than Aaron Rodgers.
Super Bowl champion Aaron Rodgers holds the league's lowest career interception percentage and the highest single-season passer rating in history. the 9-time Pro Bowl selection, was also named the NFL's most valuable player last season, the third MVP trophy of his illustrious career. Football, presented by Noodles and Dumplings.
Hey everybody, Aaron Rodgers here to hand out some awards to incredibly deserving high school football players. Of course, that got me thinking about all the things I love about our sport. You know, one of the most underrated aspects of football, the terminology. I mean, we got the blitz, the bomb, the sack, wild card. We spike, we trap, we fly, we Hail Mary from time to time. Those are fun. No offense to other sports, but while they dribble or bunt, we hit the hole and shoot the gap. They can't stand tall with the Statue of Liberty or transform a turnover into a touchdown with the fumblerooski. So what do you say we get in victory formation as we salute some amazing athletes from the gridiron? Here are the honorees for Football Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the El Paso County Football Player of the Year is Orion Olivas of Eastlake High School.
Orion Olivas finished his career by helping lead the Falcons to the playoffs in the school's first venture into the state's largest class. He finished his senior campaign with more than 1,300 yards passing and 17 touchdown passes. As a junior, Olivas passed for more than 3,000 yards in helping the team to the District 1-5A Division I championship. He is signed with Houston Baptist to continue his football career.
Congratulations, Orion.
Let's move on to a very impressive award. Here are your honorees. Here are your finalists. And the winner is
Ashley Matthias finished the season with 208 kills, 134 digs, and 27 aces for the Thunderbirds as an outside hitter. She helped lead the team to a District 1-6A title and a by-district playoff victory.
Congratulations, great job.
Imagine for a moment what it would be like to go through your day carrying around something that weighs the same as you do. Now imagine that weight isn't playing nice and is fighting you the whole time. It would get pretty exhausting pretty fast. Welcome to the life of a wrestler. Here to help us award these masters of the mat is freestyle Olympic champion Kyle Snyder.
Kyle Snyder, aka Captain America, in 2016 became the youngest Olympic gold medalist and world champion in American wrestling history. He helped Team USA win its first world championship in more than 20 years. He'll be repping the red, white, and blue again when he attempts to defend his freestyle Olympic gold in Tokyo.
Hey everybody, Kyle Snyder here. If you want to have a long and successful wrestling career, you have to embrace a concept that is foreign to most Americans. I'm talking about kilograms. That measure of weight that school children and the rest of the world use with ease, but adults in the US can't seem to wrap their heads around. So if you already have a handle on it, you're ahead of the game. It's kind of like learning the language of your opponents. Що може дати вам більше преимущество в конкуренції не думаєте. Here are your honorees for the Female Wrestler of the Year. And the finalists are and the El Paso County Female Wrestler of the Year is Kylie Robledo of Hanks High School.
It was a perfect senior season for Kylie Robledo on the wrestling mat. The Hanks standout won the 110-pound championship with a 6-3 win. Robledo finishes the season with a 19-0 perfect record. which included a district and regional crown.
Congratulations, Kylie. And now for the guys. Here are your honorees for the Male Wrestler of the Year. And the finalists are and the El Paso County Male Wrestler of the Year is Ivan Escobar of Montwood High School.
Ivan Escobar closed his high school wrestling career the way every athlete wants to, with a state title. The Montwood senior won the boys' 285-pound title at the Class 6A UIL State Wrestling Tournament. This was after winning the District 1-6A and Region 1-6A championships, finishing with a 20-0 perfect record. He will continue his athletic career at the college level at New Mexico State, where he'll play football.
Congratulations, Ivan.
We all have that person we look to for inspiration, that drives us to be better, that in turn helps us become an example for somebody else.
And the cycle keeps repeating. Let's take a moment to hear about some of the people who've inspired athletes at every level.
Hey guys, we're back. So let's talk about role models.
Being that person who inspires others is what it's all about.
So we asked you to tell us who your role models are, and you guys had some great answers.
My biggest role models are my mom and my dad.
Then my role model obviously would be my mom. My mom has worked so hard to get me to this point of where I am today. From feeding me to having a roof over my head, she's worked so hard and she's had different dreams and she's accomplished all of them, and she's been getting her stronger and getting me stronger.
Me and my coaches at first, because my coaches were the ones that got me there at practice every day, made sure I was doing the right sets, I wasn't stopping even though I was. Also probably my teammates as well, like all the boys on the team were ones that were, my success goes hand in hand sometimes with theirs, so they really wanted me to be at my best this year, so they pushed me as hard as they could for me to be there every day and practice as hard as I could, so probably my teammates.
Even the pros have role models. Let's hear who inspired them and who they looked up to.
My role model was Lisa Fernandez. Her standard of excellence was so high.
Peekaboo Street was mine, and without her, I don't know if I would be where I am, so I'm very, very grateful to her.
My role model is Alex Morgan.
My parents inspire me because they raised 3 strong daughters.
My role model growing up was Cal Ripken. He was the all-around player. He was the Rookie of the Year. He was an MVP. He was a world champion. All things that I wanted to accomplish in my career.
My fiance Megan is also a little bit of my role model, just to see how she carries herself. I have a front row seat to it.
I tried to change it to a real model.
I look up to people who are authentic.
I always tell kids it's good to admire somebody. If you like what they do, steal it.
My role model are my parents and siblings.
My role model is my father.
Both of my parents, going back from day one, driving us all around, both of my brothers and I.
My older brother was a great athlete, and I was always chasing after him.
I think the memory of my mom, because she was always so kind and so smart.
The military and their effect they had on me in my rehab.
You hope that as an athlete you can have a positive impact on the community, and there's ways you do it vocally, through social media today, and most importantly through action in the communities.
And so to potentially be that for somebody else obviously is an amazing feeling.
Chipper Jones here. Let's see who really knocked it out of the park this year. Coming up right after this.
Softball might be the most misnamed sport there is. First off, the ball isn't soft at all. Just ask anyone who's ever been hit by one. Secondly, pitchers routinely hurl it over 70 miles an hour, standing only 43 feet from home plate. So don't confuse softball for being soft. To present our next set of awards, here's legendary pitcher Jennie Finch.
An icon of the diamond, Jennie Finch caught the nation's attention pitching the University of Arizona to a national championship in 2001. 3 years later, she was on the world stage, helping lead Team USA to the gold medal at the Athens Olympics. She would later collect a silver medal in Beijing and go on to boast an outstanding pro career on her way to the National Softball Hall of Fame.
Hey everybody, Jennie Finch here with a question for all you softball players out there. Why can't they make a great sports movie about women's softball? Is it really that hard? I mean, our smaller sphered cousin baseball has tons of them. Sure, there is that comedy All-Stars, but that's really more about the parents than it is about the players. Even A League of Their Own is about women's baseball, where there is no crying, not softball. It makes no sense. Our sport provides plenty of drama. I don't know about you, but I've met some unforgettable characters in and around the diamond. And you have a built-in audience dying to see their sport up on the silver screen. So for any of you softball players out there with a mile-wide creative streak, start gathering some fun stories, start putting together some characters, and getting them down on paper. And let's see if we can make a movie about the greatest sport in the world, softball. And while we wait for that, let's give out some awards. Here are your honorees for the Softball Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the El Paso County Softball Player of the Year is Lauren Garcia of Montwood High School.
Lauren Garcia's impressive skill set earned her national attention this spring, while her production makes her this year's El Paso County Softball Player of the Year. The senior infielder reached base at an astounding .837 clip this past season with eye-popping power. 29 of Garcia's 43 hits went for extra bases, including an impressive 22 home runs.
Congratulations, Lauren.
In 1936, Major League Baseball became the first professional sport in North America to establish a Hall of Fame as a way to remember the greats of the game from every generation. Induction to the Hall is seen as the highest honor of an extraordinary player's remarkable career. To present our baseball awards is first ballot Hall of Famer Chipper Jones.
Chipper Jones was selected by the Atlanta Braves as the #1 overall pick in 1990 and went on to become a mainstay in a Braves dynasty that claimed 11 consecutive division crowns and a World Series title. He captured 2 Silver Slugger awards and was the National League MVP in 1999.
Hey everybody, can't tell you how proud I am to be a part of this presentation to all you hard-working baseball players out there. I also want to say how impressed I am at all the stats you guys use these days. Y'all have a measure for everything. When I was playing, we didn't talk much about range factors or wins above replacement or bequeathed runners scored. Heck, we didn't even know what bequeath was. The only time we ever talked about launch angle was if we happened to see the space shuttle taking off. And exit velocity was how fast the fans left after big loss. But by embracing all the statistical analysis, you're getting new insights into this great game. You're also probably getting a lot better scores on your math tests, so keep up the good work. And don't let your BABIP affect your WOBA, whatever that means. Here are your honorees for the Baseball Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the El Paso County Baseball Player of the Year is Jesus Tovar of Montwood High School.
Jesus Tovar finished his career in fine fashion for the Rams, winning 12 games and striking out 118 batters, which was a single-season record for the school. He led his team to a District 1 6A title and a by-district playoff win. As a sophomore, he played a key role on a Montwood team which advanced to the regional quarterfinal.
Congratulations, Jesus.
Many of the athletes featured tonight will continue their athletic careers in college.
But our next presenter's talents were so prodigious that the professional leagues couldn't wait. To hand out our basketball awards, we have the big ticket himself, Kevin Garnett.
Kevin Garnett, dubbed Mr. Basketball USA in 1995, was the first player drafted by the NBA straight out of high school in more than 20 years. This 15-time All-Star earned MVP and Defensive Player of the Year honors and an Olympic gold medal. Here he is, the big ticket himself.
Hey, KG here. I know all you girls and guys have worked really hard in high school. Have totally earned all the props and recognition you're getting. But no matter how long you play this game, know one thing, they will never teach you at any point along the way is how to give out awards. I tell you right now, it's not easy. It's great that our country is a melting pot and we have people from all over. But that also means that the names can be pronounced a million different ways. So be kind to the big ticket, if you will. If I accidentally mispronounce your name or if I don't get your name right perfectly, I mean, no disrespect. I have just seen these winners' names and I'm gonna try my best, okay? So let's get to it. Here are some honorees for the Female Basketball Player of the Year. And the finalists are the El Paso County Female Basketball Player of the Year is Tiana Lynch of Andrews High School.
Averaging nearly a double-double per game for an Andrews team that advanced the Class 5A state tournament, Tiana Lynch is this year's El Paso County Girls Basketball Player of the Year. The senior wing produced 16.3 points and 9.8 rebounds per game for the Eagles, who rolled to an 18-3 record. Lynch will play college ball for Southern University this fall.
Congratulations, Tiana. And now for the ballers on the guys' side. Here are your honorees for the Male Basketball Player of the Year. And the finalists are
And the El Paso County Male Basketball Player of the Year is Jordan Hernandez of Americas High School. Jordan Hernandez's efforts helped lead Americas to the District 1 6A title and the program's first ever trip to the regional semifinals, making him this year's El Paso County Boys Basketball Player of the Year. The junior point guard averaged 10.9 points, nearly 3 steals, and 2.6 assists per game this past season for the Trailblazers.
Congratulations, Jordan.
Courage means getting up after you've been knocked down. Failure is refusing to get up. Courage is getting up and doing something about it.
Courage means being uncomfortable and being okay with that.
Be willing to take a chance and maybe go against the flow.
To put yourself on the line for something.
I was always taught that courage means doing the right thing when no one's looking.
Courage means stepping out of your comfort zone.
Courage means you're fearless.
Courage means facing your fears and saying, I'm not scared of you.
Courage means doing the right thing all the time, not just when people are watching.
Courage can mean that you're just not afraid to make mistakes.
Not the absence of fear, but I think confronting your fears.
One of my favorite quotes is by Mary Ann Radmacher. It says, courage does not always roar. Some days, courage is the little voice that says, I'll try again tomorrow.
Courage truly means so many things. Overcoming challenges is the very essence of sports. But there are times when adversity comes after the whistles have blown and the horns have sounded, and it's devastating. The Courage Award is given to an athlete who has faced tremendous hardship and through their strength and tenacity were able to rise above it.
In 2018, a traumatic on-field leg injury threatened to end Alex Smith's professional football career and his life. After 17 surgeries, a lethal infection, and 2 years of grueling rehab, he stepped back into the huddle to help lead the Washington football team to an improbable playoff berth. Here to honor our recipient and present the 2021 Courage Award is a man who is no stranger to hardship himself, 2020 NFL Comeback Player of the Year, Alex Smith.
There are a lot of ways to define courage. For me, courage is like beauty. It's in the eye of the beholder. And the grace exhibited by our Courage Award winner is something to behold. Courage can be found overcoming a sudden and traumatic event, or conquering a lifelong condition in ways the rest of us can't even imagine. What makes this athlete truly amazing is that they shared their very difficult, very personal story in order to help the next person who has the same brutal hill to climb. They found a way to turn courage into something shared, something inspiring, something beautiful. And the recipient of the Courage Award for El Paso County is Ilya Ortiz of Montwood High School.
On March 7th, 2020, Montwood High School senior golfer Ilya Ortiz's life took a dramatic turn when she was involved in a car crash in East El Paso that left her health and golf career in limbo. After being T-boned in a crash, Ortiz's hips were injured, and she had to undergo 3 months of rehab. In fact, the early prognosis from doctors was that she may not be able to play golf again because it would be too much pressure for her hips. The crash and the resulting injuries could have left Ortiz frustrated and despondent. But Ortiz's outlook on life is one of a positive nature, and she used that to get better. Ortiz recovered and is back playing golf again for the Rams. She's not only playing, she's thriving. This season, she qualified for regionals in Class 6A after finishing third in the District 1 6A tournament.
Congratulations, Ilya.
Hey, high school sports fans, it's the Big Aristotle here to present some of the biggest awards of the night. So stick around. I've been preparing all week. I really hope I make Miss Swan proud. That's my 4th grade teacher. Definitely don't want to end up in detention again.
We've seen so many outstanding individual achievements in all different sports from this past school year. But now we focus on the heart of high school athletics, the team. And a crucial ingredient for success at any level, the coach.
And to present our awards for the best team and best coach, please welcome someone who is no stranger to success, legendary coach Urban Meyer.
Urban Meyer has found success at every stop of his coaching career, including 2 national championships. He's the winner of multiple National Coach of the Year awards, and this fall, he'll make his NFL debut as head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Hi guys, we know that good coaches and teams of this world are judged by the wins and losses. But we all know that there's a lot more behind the scenes. Strategy, teaching, training, and a lot of pushing. But a coach excels when his or her team truly comes together as one. And you know it doesn't matter what sport you play, there really is nothing like being part of an exceptional team. It's never easy, of course. Nothing worthwhile ever is. The hours and hours of practice, the growth of a unit, going through all the ups and downs, the highs and lows of a season together. When you become a great team, a special bond forms between the players, the coaches, and the support staff. That's like nothing else I've ever felt. Yes, there's some magic needed to make great coaches and great teams, but don't take this old coach's word for it. Let's hear from some athletes who know a thing or two about winning.
A good teammate accepts you as you are, yet challenges you to become even better because they see the best in you.
A good teammate is someone who wants the same amount of success for you as they do themselves.
A good teammate is unselfish.
Somebody who always stays positive.
The way you grow, the way your game grows, the way your IQ grows, a lot of times is off the basis of how you're coached.
A good coach is consistent.
A good coach is someone that can motivate you to do things that your mind doesn't even think you can do.
Good coaches understand that their role is not just to coach, but to teach, to inspire, and motivate an athlete.
Okay guys, they really did say it best, but now let's give out some awards to some who've proven they know what it takes to come together as a team and bring home the wins. Here are your finalists for the Team of the Year. In the El Paso County, Team of the Year is San Elizario Boys High School Cross Country Team.
The Eagles won their 5th state championship since 2014 under the guidance of Coach Cesar Morales. The Eagles won the Class 4A state title last November in Round Rock. San Elizario finished tied with Melissa as both teams finished with 57 points.
Congrats to a great team. Well done. Now for the Coach of the Year. Here are your honorees for the Coach of the Year. And the finalists are in the El Paso County, Coach of the Year is Rodney Lewis of Chapin High School.
Rodney Lewis has helped transform Chapin into a city power. He has guided the Huskies to the playoffs in each of his 3 years at the helm. His Huskies won the District 1-5A title, won by-district, area, and regional quarterfinal playoff games, and helped the program reach the regional finals for the first time in school history.
Congratulations, Coach. Excellent job.
All right, guys, the moment we have all been waiting for. It's time to reveal the top male and female athletes of the year. Yes. These are exemplary athletes who have stolen the spotlight, dominated the season, and shown what it means to be unstoppable.
To give us a helping hand with the Female Athlete of the Year is the all-time assist leader in WNBA history, the great Sue Bird.
Sue Bird has been a basketball superstar for more than 25 years. She earned the Naismith College Player of the Year and a 3-time Nancy Lieberman Award winner. Bird was the #1 pick of the 2002 WNBA draft, an 11-time All-Star, 2 NCAA championships, 4 WNBA crowns, 4 Olympic gold medals, 4 FIBA World Cup titles, plus a dozen or so International League titles.
Hey everybody, Sue Bird here. We've arrived at my favorite part of the show. Female Athlete of the Year brings together the best of the best, all in one award. It's kind of like that scene in Endgame when all the female heroes assemble, only instead of lasers, swords, and tricked out suits, you gals have sports equipment. But you get the idea. The point is, you have all excelled in your individual sports. You have all overcome obstacles standing between you and success. And you all have earned our lasting admirations. So really, there is no downside here. Just one of you gets a little bit more of an upside. But you all leave tonight winners. All right, let's meet our finalists for Female Athlete of the Year.
Madeline Estrada of Mountain View High School. Lauren Garcia of Mountwood High School. Brianna Montoya of Chapin High School.
And the El Paso County Female Athlete of the Year is Lauren Garcia of Montwood High School.
Garcia finished her high school career in outstanding fashion. She hit a city best 22 home runs, drove in 54 runs, had a batting average of .729, was intentionally walked 36 times in 25 games this season, and she helped lead the Rams to a District 1-6A title. As a sophomore, she helped lead the Rams to a bi-district championship. She signed with the University of Mexico in the fall, played third base for Mount Wood, but plays first base for her travel team, and she could play either position in college.
Congratulations, Lauren.
Now let's meet the contenders for Male Athlete of the Year. With so much incredible talent on display, we needed somebody of equal stature. So our final presenter of the night needs no introduction.
Yeah, but we're going to give him one anyway, because if we don't, I know he'll call us out and he'll say, "Hey, there's Rutledge, why did you throw Jesus some love?"
Wow.
So here to present our final award of the night, the one and only Shaquille O'Neal.
Shaquille O'Neal, the big Aristotle himself, is feared by opponents and loved by millions. Shaq's combination of size, speed, and strength led to 4 NBA championship rings, an MVP title, 15 All-Star Game appearances, an Olympic gold medal, and a first ballot invite to the Hall of Fame.
What's up, everybody? Diesel in the house, representing for all the major athletes out there in high school. It's time to give out the Best Male Athlete Award. Anytime somebody wants to put the word best next to your name, that is a major sign of respect. It means they know you do hard work to be great, but also you pay attention to detail. It means you rise to the occasion when your team really needs it. It means you make your parents proud. So let's give it up for the male athletes who are vying for the title of the best. And the finalists for the Male Athlete of the Year are
Ivan Escobar of Montwood High School, KJ Lewis of Chapin High School, Jesus Tovar of Montwood High School.
And the El Paso County Male Athlete of the Year is Ivan Escobar of Montwood High School.
Ivan Escobar capped a successful high school career with a state championship at 285 pounds in wrestling at the Class 6A meet in April. He was also a successful defensive lineman for the Rams football team. He was an all-city and all-district performer who helped lead the Rams to the playoffs. Escobar will continue his athletic career at the Division I level after signing with New Mexico State.
Congratulations, Ivan.
What a great night. We have had so much fun celebrating your accomplishments, and we want to thank all the parents, guardians, teachers, and role models who have helped these amazing young adults get to where they are today. You're all so important.
Exactly. And to all the athletes, coaches, and winners, congratulations.
Yes.
Until next year, that's a wrap.
Yes.
Some advice I'd give to my high school self would be don't sweat the small stuff.
I would tell my high school self to take time and enjoy the little things. High school flies by, and before you know it, you will be an adult. So have fun and enjoy the time with your friends and family.
Well, there's a couple things. I think one would to tell myself to be yourself. And a lot of times that's a lot easier said than done, but I know looking back, I was like every other high school kid, trying to figure things out, you know, seeing what your friends are doing, seeing what your family's doing, trying to see where you fit in. And I think a lot of times as kids, you know, we don't have the confidence to just be who we are.
Only surround yourself with people that you respect, that you love, that love you back, that support you. You've got to have positive enforcement in every way around you.
Continue to be a leader and not a follower. Continue to do right things in the community, in schools, around other student athletes.
It's supposed to be fun. Work hard, Put everything into it, but make sure that you have joy when you compete. It's not about the outcome, it's about competing with all of your heart for something that you love. The outcome, the results will take care of themselves if you do that. So make sure you have fun with your team, rejoice in each other, rejoice in your talent, and just go for it.
I think I would tell her first and foremost to enjoy the process and have fun and stay present in the moment. And then I would say to challenge herself and to kind of run towards her fears and get uncomfortable. I think that that's where people learn and grow the most, is making mistakes, taking advantage of the mistakes as an opportunity and learning from them.
My advice would be make the most of your high school experience. How you do that, it's about people, it's about relationships.
Be yourself and be a leader before being anything.